I'll start with the thing that sort of started my fascination for everything that moves or everything that works. When I was, I think about 8 or 9, I got this steam engine for my for Sinterklaas. At first I thought it was kind of a stupid gift, or I thought, well, now you have this thing that basically can do nothing. Oh yeah, it runs, and then so what? But at a certain point, by doing the whole being nice and I'll just play with it because I shouldn't be ungrateful, I start really loving the thing and all the stupidity of it. And by going faster, the balls go more outwards and basically activate the gas valve, so it starts running slower, and therefore it regulates its own speeds. The faster it goes, the more the gas is being cut off. And that way it tries to be in a constant instead of running as fast as it can. Now I'm going to show some work which might seem completely unrelated, but all deal with machines and what they can do. This is a long time ago, graduation work, and it's a machine that makes clouds of cotton candy. It's making a big mess out of everything, but I only made it because I really liked the way that the clouds were flowing through the air, and I wanted to see if you could make a cloud in a space, and cotton candy just seemed the easiest way to do that. And it had a whole different connotation to it of basically being sugar-coated air. This is another machine. And the same fascination for basically the way material works or flows is what got me going here. At some point, the rope becomes very stiff by giving it a lot of energy, and yeah, it behaves very much like a fountain in a way, but without the liquids involved. Even though a lot of people say that it has some reference to liquid or to some kind of ejaculation thing. This was made for a gallery space in Amsterdam, on the edge of the red light districts. For me, the big fascination was the sort of random patterns that occur, and how it tries to keep itself in its most comfortable position. This is actually a classic example of a chaotic system, a system in which all the factors are known and have known values, but the outcome is still ever-changing. It relates a lot to randomness, even though every step is potentially possible to predict, but the factors have such large influences that it's practically impossible to do it more than a couple steps ahead. And yet again, here this middle wheel is driven by a motor and is pushing the other wheels in motion and starting a sort of centrifugal force dance around the center one. And every time the gravity brings them back to the middle, it's giving the middle wheel's giving another kick and putting them back in the dance. The randomness sort of fascinates me the most. The way the thing starts working with uncontrollable factors. this is a classic dervish like dance. It's about 10 meters in diameter. And as you see, the waves transfer in a sort of short, slower motion than the actual speed of rotation. And you get that certain wave starts to catch up with others. Sometimes there's even a breaker, the point that the wave breaks, and then you hear this sort of big snapping noise like a whip.
I was curious about, since physics is such an important element in your work, if you already have been studying it, like the theory of it, was that part of your time at the Rietveld, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, or how much time do you spend reading physics books?
I did a lot in high school, but the more I start making things, also the more it became the joy of playing with it and trying to figure it out myself. And a couple times, or sometimes I have to read into something to understand what's going on, but I also really like the discovery of just the visualness of it and not actually understanding or calculating the powers that are involved. I prefer not calculate these things and just see what happens or how it breaks. It's all used in one go, and you can start all over again. All right. Thank you.